Hi guys, Player Red TCG here, and I wanted to go over a deck profile for the SS3 Sun Goku deck. I have won one ultimate battle with this deck. I have also placed seventh at the Louisiana Regional, so I just wanted to go over my specific build and some of the tips and tricks for my deck profile. I do apologize in advance. I'm actually recording from my hotel room, so any background noise you might hear in the video or any unsteadiness in the camera, such as this, I just wanted to give you guys the list as soon as I could. So going right off the back, I am playing three of the draw two, discard two Gokus. I actually prefer this myself over the cantrip Sake Demon. I know Sake Demon replaces itself, but for me, oftentimes than not, when you're playing Sake Demon GG for the late game, and usually I feel like these Gokus are a little bit better for the early game slash late game. This helps get rid of zeros late game for your push for your double strike, and also this helps also prepare your hand for defense. So if you have zeros, you're able to try to get supers, and you can also get through your deck and the other pieces a lot quicker because you're going into two versus going into one. This is technically a neg one card, but I do like it because it's another world and it's a Saiyan target for evolve cards with the Goku. So otherwise, pretty self-explanatory. And the other huge bonus part to this is this card is actually a 10k battle power. So basically, against the red matchup, it's not something that they can easily just -5 off of the board. So it needs a lot more respect for this card. So that's why I play this at three. You're gonna see the four of this card, which is pretty standard. A lot of decks are playing this with Gogeta and with the SS3. It's a very solid staple. Search four cards in your deck. Just add anything that's another world. These are gonna be the Goku that lets you rest two cards on play. So this is good against also the mirror. This is good for a lot of decks that like to just kind of drop searchers and pass. So this kind of like punishes those decks because it makes it to where those decks aren't going to be able to use the searcher cards, the cantrips, or any other cards that they're going to do. It punishes them. Um, 10k combo, can't go wrong with it. It's a Goku target, Saiyan, and another world as well. These Vachitas are probably some of my favorites. This card is really underrated a lot. It gets overlooked. It's, for lack of better words, stepped on. A lot of times people say with this card isn't as good as this Vegeta, which depending on the stat lines and the point in the game where you're going to use it at, I could agree. But I can't tell you a better card that plays for a good turn one or turn two against Planet Namek when they play the Guru and they have to rest the card. You just play this card out and it just takes care of the light work. Also with this card, some of the BR matchups, they are running the Vegeta that when you rest it, it takes a life and it draws a card. So this just takes care of that card too. You don't have to swing into, you just play this card. And for other reasons too, this card is searchable with your Goku. There's just so many good reasons why I like running this card. The main reason for the SS3 deck, primarily, that I'll get into right now, a lot of times your opponent will try to leave you at 5 life going into your turn that you're supposed to already be awakened, so you can start doing energy manipulation. What's really good about this card is the on play. It's add up to one card from your life to your hand. You can go this stat line into like a Gohan 2 cost, or even play around with one more energy and then evolve into a Majin Vegeta when you awaken. And then you're able to awaken. You're able to take life with this one card. This card has a lot of value. Just a one drop self awaken or two, as I mentioned. So that's why that card's really well. Um, I have four of this Vegeta. This Vegeta is just king. It's the king card when you go second. If you have this and the Majin Vegeta in your hand, the four drop, um, you're more than likely going into a really good curve. I can't tell you how many times into GT this card is very powerful. Resting a cantrip, swinging with your Goku lead, and then just turning around, dropping a Majin, making them eat another 30 cost. I mean, this card is just so good, gets so much value. And again, a 10k and then 10k combo power as well. I see a lot of different builds running the Another World Vegeta that restands once you attack. You restand it and it can't attack again for the turn. I do see the value in that. It's just for me personally, I picked these two Gokus. I'm sorry, Vegetas more than anything else. For me personally, there's just my take on it. I do like this. I do see the value in the other Vegeta. It's good. I did run the one of Bobbity. Funny enough, when I played for the ultimate battle that I won, that one was in San Antonio, Texas, at arguably one of our most sweatiest stores. And I took that one. It was like a five round tournament. I did run into one BR matchup, and this card did come up, and this card did win me the game. It is a solid one of. You can also make your Majin Vegeta a blocker at the end of the turn if you choose to do so, because he is a Wicked Soul. Um, so that's what makes this card really good as well for that. Going to the next pieces here, we have four Gohans. Some builds are running two, some builds are running four. I run the four of, some builds run three. I run four. This is just a card that replaces itself. It's a 20k swing. This is also a Self Awakener, so if you find yourself a late pinch. I had one guy as I was playing today at the regional. It was pretty hilarious. I went turn one, played a Sun Gohan. Uh, with my marker, burn the marker. The next turn, the Gohan lived, and then I went again to evolve on top of the Gohan for one. And the guy right next to me, he's like, "Did you just evolve a Gohan on top of a Gohan?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes like, "I have never seen that before. You're a legend." And that just kind of caught me off guard because we're at a regional and got cracking jokes that made me laugh. But the significance of this card is it replaces itself. It triggers your leader effect because it's also an evolve card between 20 to 30,000 battle power. Um, it is a self awakener, so you can take a life. If you run this card, I do not run this card, but if you run this card in your deck, this card can help you get back your super. It says add a Videl, which is your super, or you can add any 5 cost or less Saiyan in the special traits. This says Saiyan card. So it does not matter if it's a battle card, if it's an extra card. You can grab back this guy with this card too, because this is a Saiyan card, which is also phenomenal. So I love Gohan. Gohan's good. Gohan stays at 4. I was running in the duo at one point, the Vegeta and the Goku. No disrespect to those guys, but this guy, in my opinion, has its value as well. Going on now to the 4 drops. So we pretty much skipped the 3 drops in this deck. There are really no 3 drops that we play in this build that I have. We have Gotenks. I run it at 4. This is just your panic button card. This is like, hey, my game is not going the way I want it to, or I really want to keep my opponent on the edge. So basically, you can just say, hey, I'm going to slap this card down, freeze whatever you have, whether if it's big or it's small. This is going to freeze a card that's in rest mode. Then you get on the same turn a 30k swing, which is phenomenal. Sometimes I find myself just playing the card, freezing something, and keeping this active. Good combo power at the end of the day. Just depends where you're at. Pretty self-explanatory. I also do want to go over this card. I see a lot of misplays with this card. This card says if you have a card with a cost of 4 or more at evolve. I saw people playing Gohan and then playing this card out. Gohan is a 2 cost. So this card does not work if you have Gohan on the board for a 2 cost. However, if you hard play it for 4, obviously the effect's going to go through, but the whole point of running this card is when you have your Majins, when you have your Goku 4 and your 5s, you are going to play this card out for 2. It's going to stun a card, and you can swing for 30. Speaking of Majins, we have our Majin Vegetas here. I play it at 4. Some decks play it at 3. Some decks play it at 2. I play it at 4. This is the answer for most of the stuff that your opponent leaves on the board. This is good against the mirror. If your opponent decides to be greedy and they leave their 5 drop on the board, you can blow it up. They leave their Majin Vegeta on the board, you can blow it up. This is good against the SS4 deck, especially. You can play it against their Goku 4 drop, against their Vegeta 4 drop that can become a 5. A lot of times the GT players are greedy. They'll have 7 energy. Sorry, they'll have 3 key that equates to their level being 7. They'll burn 2 of their key to play Big Bang, which puts them at a 5. This guy is the magic target for that. Swinging with this, I do not care if they pinnacle. Most of the time they have to give me 2 cards. They are giving me 2 cards actually. When I swing with this and they pinnacle, that's actually my goal. I could care less if they stop me from drawing a card and blowing something up. This card is just trouble. It makes my opponent think, am I going to take 30 or am I going to pinnacle and another card, or pinnacle and take the life? This guy is just a problem card against any deck that's going to be 5 or less that they want to keep on their board. This guy is probably the unsung hero. A lot of players kind of sleep on this card. This guy is a self-awakener. He is a 1 cost evolve card. So you just evolve on top of your Gokus for 1. This takes a life if you'd like. And it also rests something. Like, so many opponents do not expect me to go into this on turn 2 to rest a card, and then we go into cards like Warrior who defeats the evil demon, and we're just getting rid of and clearing like a Krillin from Planet Namek, or we're clearing like a 2-drop in the mirror match, the duo, and they leave it active, leaving me to answer it. I mean, just this card and these 2 together are really good value. Not much stat line to this. This is also a magic number, right? When we're swinging at unawakened leaders, 25 into 15. I mean, at that point, they're giving me a super, or they're going to give me 2 cards. So it just forces them kind of to think, okay, I'm just going to take the life. Most decks against aggro decks, they're going to give you a 10k when you swing 20, but it's kind of hard to combo out of a 25 swing. We're going to go into the boss monster card. This card just has so much value. I don't even know if this card needs explanation. One of the things I'll explain that I like to do as a tech card when I'm going for a game, as a tech piece when I'm going for a game, is this card once per turn says, if your leader has say in its special traits, draw 1 card and switch this card in the battle area to active mode. Then, at the end of the turn, place this card from the battle area into the owner's drop. Oftentimes than not, sometimes my opponent is exactly at 2 life. As a lot of people know with this deck is gonna revolve around this card. So this card is an extra card that gives 1 of your evolve cards, whether it be the Gohan, the Majin Vegeta, the other 4-drop Goku, or this card. This is gonna give those targets double strike and plus 25 power for the battle. So one of the plays that a lot of people don't see coming from this guy is everybody thinks that you have to swing first and then activate main to draw your card and to restand him. So if you played that way and you're playing against this deck, if someone was swinging at you for 30 when you have 2 life, you're going to take it. 9 times out of 10, you're going to take it because you already know, hey, I am going to get double striked anyways. I want to add that other card from my life to my hand. What's really neat about this deck, it's so versatile. So off the same energy, if you have 2 of these in hand and you drop 1 and you do exactly that, if you decide to swing, great. You can reactivate, draw a card, and your opponent takes the life, obviously. You can just play another one on top of this, and you get another 2 swings with your opponent at 1 life. That is going to be more detrimental than a 25 swinging at you. In reality, what happens, instead of just taking the 55, right? This becomes 60 because you're swinging twice for 1 life. So you're swinging 30 and you're swinging 30. Now, what you're going to want to end up doing is, if your opponent is at 1 life, you're swinging 30. You're going to want to combo 10 to push this 40. Get a super and another card out of their hand, right? And if you're swinging at this, you're going to hand up at the end, and that should be game. One of the options that I was explaining here at the beginning before I started talking about all these combos, and I brought this up. If you have this active, You're just playing it. You have 3 energy. Your opponent is exactly at 2 life. You can activate this ability even though he is not in rest mode and still draw your card. I will say that again. You can activate his ability and still draw your card even though he's active and not in rest mode. This is a step that a lot of players miss and could be drawing an extra card right before they're going for game. If you do not get game at the end of the turn, unfortunately, he does go to the drop even though he didn't get his extra swing in. But that is a risk you take when you're trying to not give your opponent an extra card and give yourself one extra card. The next cards coming up are really just staples for the deck. 4 supers. These are ones that are searchable by Goku. These are another world ones. We might put out another video where we try these supers and then maybe a Hercule build with the 1-drop. But for now, this is the build that I have that's been winning me a couple different titles. 2 of these Kamehameha, I'm going to get different mixed opinions on this card. People are going to say, run the 1 of, right? But you need to see this card. It is not something you want to take a chance that this is the last card in your life. I ran into some people today that said it, hey, it wasn't the last card in my life. And I'm like, how many do you run? Just 1. Yeah, seeing this card at 2 is good. I also just want to kind of go over the artwork on this version. I mean, this is just insane. I just like how the middle of that Kamehameha just pulses. Pretty neat. You got to be at 3 energy to use this card. Makes your card a double striper. Does evolve. In my build, I'm running 2 warrior, 2 results of training. That's pretty much the deck build. Most builds that I've seen were either running 3 results and 3 warrior. Some are running BPA, Blue Power Awakening. This is just my version. I like the 6 extras. I think my build is at 15 zeros or 16 zeros, depending how you look at zeros, if you count these as zeros or not. But yes, this is my deck profile for SS3. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to comment in the video below. And let me know if you guys would like to see any other deck list or builds from the channel. I'm gonna try to see if I can maybe do a deck profile for UI. For those of you that know, I'm actually a longtime blue player for the color. But lately I've just been liking a lot of aggro. I guess that came from Halo Coup, and then I played Giblet for a little bit, and now this SS3. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of the build in the comments. Like I said, Ultimate Battle winner, 7th place at a regional. Thank y'all guys for watching the video. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching.